They are hotels that meet your basic requirements of providing a great place for you to sleep for the night. And there are others like Hotel and Spa Germain Charlevoix that provide an experience. I spent 2 nights at this hotel recently, and I already know I'll be coming back to spend more time here. Le Germain Hotel and Spa is located about 90 minutes away from Quebec City in the town of Baie Saint Paul, one of the most picturesque villages in the Charlevoix region. The drive in itself is incredibly scenic, with rolling hills, winding rivers, and mountain views that make the journey feel like part of the experience. If you visit in the fall season, you're in for a treat. The fall foliage here is spectacular. The train at Charlevoix makes the stop at the hotel, arriving from Quebec City in the morning at 10:30 a.m. on its way to Germain Baie, and then in the afternoon at 2:30 p.m. on its way back to Quebec City. So apart from doing the 90 minutes drive from Quebec City, you also have the option to take the tour train to the hotel and back to the city. The train only operates from June to November, and it's a beautiful way to see the region's landscapes from a different perspective. I believe the hotel offers a train package where the train ride ticket is included in your total room rates. I have not taken a train before, so I cannot speak to the experience on it. The land where the hotel now sits was once home to one of Canada's largest wooden farms. At the entrance of the hotel, you'll find a maquette that shows what the initial farm structure looked like. In 2012, it was transformed into Hotel La Ferme, a modern design-forward concept built on the history of the property. In 2015, it was acquired by the Germain Hotel Groups and renamed Hotel and Spa Germain Charlevoix, with upgrades that elevated it into the luxury boutique space it occupies today. It remains deeply tied to its agricultural roots, blending rustic simplicity with modern comfort. On arrival, the hotel immediately impressed me with its warm, contemporary farmhouse aesthetic, a perfect balance of wood, glass, and modern lines. Check-in was very quick, and since I was visiting for the first time, the staff took time to explain the layout of the property to me and point out the location of the building where I would be lodging. I must mention that I was very impressed by all the staff at this hotel. From the check-in staff to the staff at the spa to those at the restaurant, there was a lot of effort in ensuring that each guest feels very welcome and special. I also found that most, if not all, of the staff were bilingual, so if you only speak English, you'll be just fine. Ou si vous parlez français seulement, c'est bon aussi. If you book your reservation directly through the hotel, you have the option to request a late checkout at no extra costs. On my checkout day, I was able to stay until 2 p.m. The main building, known as Lobat's Mall Principal, houses the reception area, 2 restaurants, meeting rooms, and a cozy lounge space. Le Label's restaurant located upstairs serves breakfast with fresh local ingredients and panoramic views. Le Basel on the lower level offers a casual dining option for lunch and dinner. This is also where you'll find the hotel's wine dispenser system, a fun little detail that lets you enjoy a glass of wine charged directly to your room key. I like to think of it as wine as a service. Le Germain Charlevoix has a unique rustic design that gives a modern take on farmhouse living. The architecture is designed to reflect the region's history and features multiple pavilion buildings that are inspired by agricultural layouts, exposed wood, barn-like features, and local materials. The hotel has 145 rooms spread out over 5 separate buildings. During my stay here, I was in La Bergerie, the largest of the 5 buildings. My Queen Classic room was compact but beautifully laid out, a perfect example of efficient minimalist design. The hotel's website mentions that the agricultural design recalls farm buildings used to keep sheep. The queen bed was comfortable and the linen soft. I also had a private terrace that became my morning relaxation spot. I think my favorite thing about the bathrooms here were the rainfall shower heads and the dimmable lights, subtle details that make the space feel like a private spa. Everything here was spotless and designed for relaxation. I was having such a great experience at this hotel that I decided to extend my stay. Unfortunately, my current room was no longer available, but on the positive side, I got to try out a different room. For my second night, I stayed in the Bergerie family room. This room had more space and large French windows that flooded the room with sunlight. The space was bright, airy, and serene, offering views of the Nordic spa, the surrounding farm, and distant mountains. Since it was designed for families, the room had a regular queen-size bed and a bunk bed, so it would easily fit 4 people. The bathroom followed the same elegant minimalist design, rain shower, good water pressure, and a well-organized counter space. I think the separate toilets and shower areas is such a thoughtful detail for families. One of the most memorable parts of Le Germain is its setting. The hotel is located on a walking farm situated between the St. Lawrence River and the Charlevoix mountain, so you get scenic views all around the property. I spent some time walking around the farm to see the animals and produce in the garden area. Walking paths, gardens, and open spaces make this property as much about connection with nature as it is about comfort. In terms of amenities, the Nordic Spa is one key feature which the hotel is well known for. Phones and tablets are not allowed in the spa, which helps preserve the tranquil atmosphere, but I was able to record this from my room while the spa was closed. The spa has facilities including a Finnish sauna, an eucalyptus steam room, hot and cold outdoor pools, snow fountain, and Nordic showers. For hotel guests, you have the option to add a spa as a package to your hotel room rate, which is what I did on one of the days I was there, and I spent almost half the day at the spa. They also have massage services available, but as you can imagine, it fills up pretty fast, so recommended to book early. There's also an outdoor pool, which was closed for the season during my visits, as well as a well-equipped gym located in La Bergerie building. Even though I didn't use the gym, it's great to have the option available on site. The hotel has 2 on-site restaurants, Le Labor and Le Basel. I only dined at Le Labor's restaurant while I was here, so I cannot speak to the experience at Le Basel. I had breakfast both morning at Le Labor's, and it was one of my favorite parts of the stay. A full buffet with local ingredients, fresh pastries, and endless meal options. I had requested breakfast to be included in my room rate package for both days, so the buffet meal was complimentary. Downtown Baie Saint Paul is just a few minutes away, so you can decide to walk, cycle, or drive if you prefer to sample other options. Parking is free at the hotel, and that's something worth mentioning, especially for a property of this quality. The lots are spacious and easy to access with EV charging stations available. It's a small detail, but one that adds to the overall convenience and value. Since this is a boutique property, it's not part of a large loyalty program, so you don't earn traditional points. However, this offered a more personalized touch, something you don't always get with big hotel chains. There are several packages available, including room-only, breakfast, spa, and golf options. For my first night, I stayed in the Bergerie Queen Classic with a breakfast and spa package, which came to about $410 Canadian. The second night was in the Bergerie family room with breakfast only, totaling $375 Canadian. So my 2-night stay at this hotel came to just under $800. For what you get, refined design, spa access, excellent service, and the serene setting, it's absolutely worth it. I think this hotel is an excellent pick for travelers looking for rest and reconnection, whether that's couples on a quiet getaway, wellness seekers that want a Nordic spa experience, or families exploring the Charlevoix region. It would also be an excellent base for skiers visiting Le Massif Charlevoix in winter, as it's only about 25 minutes away. If you've stayed here before, I'd love to know what your experience was. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel guides, hotel reviews, and cost breakdowns across Canada. Thanks, and see you soon.